Colette was like, I ain't with that. Oh, my feet hurt. I am sitting here watching Ratatouille. Ratatouille. One of my favorite movies. Ratatouille is my favorite. One of my favorite movies. I can watch this movie out every night. I think me and Ron has watched it. How many times, Ron? About 3 nights straight.
Yeah.
We watched it. And he's supposed to be asleep. Gotta get up for school. Gotta get up for school. We watched it 3 nights straight. But today was such a great, oh my gosh, it was such a great day. Went shopping with the kids, came home, had a great conversation with my son, Poppy. We talked for hours. We didn't even realize what time it was. And he has to get up in a couple of hours for work. He's like, Mom, I got to get up in a couple of hours for work. But he said, I'm asleep good because I had a great conversation. Like we talked about everything from relationships to praying and how to pray right. Well, I wouldn't say a right way to pray, but how to pray directly because some people don't know how to pray directly to say what it is that they need and want and separate it and stuff. So we just talked about so much stuff. My kids couldn't even believe that we were still outside in the driveway talking. But when you have a good conversation, psh, you could talk and you could just talk anywhere. You can have a great conversation anywhere. It don't have to be in the house. It don't have to be on a porch, in a room. Like it could just be any place. Any place that you desire, any place that you feel comfortable with. Thank you for that thumbs up. Um, you could just have great conversation. So much stuff. Oh my God, I came back on these YouTube streets and things was just falling apart. And so I was glad that I was able to take you guys shopping with me. Um, you guys got to see. So many people said, Miss Gina, I love how you are with your children. I love how they love up on you. That was the key word. Somebody said, I love how your children love up on you. I keep telling y'all, my kids love me to death and I love them. And it was just great to share that because we're not about family anymore. And me and my son was discussing that, how family is just not important to a lot of people. Friends is just not important to a lot of people. For this family, let me tell you something, we don't have much of nothing, but we have each other. And that's worth more than anything. They got my love, I got their love, they have my support, I have their support. I encourage them, they encourage me. And I love just being able to just talk to them and have real genuine conversation. So if I was to leave today, you know how some kids think about the materials things of it. They can say, "Oh, my mama bought me nice clothes," and if somebody asks you what you remember about your mom, and they can say, "Oh, she bought me anything I want. I had nice clothes. I had all the new Jordans when they came out. I had all of that." But if you ask my children, what is it? What is the last thing that you remember about your mother? They gonna say, "She told me she loved me. She told me she'll always be here. My son, when we was in conversation, he said, "Mom, I ain't saying you old, Mom, but you getting older." And he said, "I know when you leave, you gonna be looking down on us and you gonna be watching over us." Like he knew all of this. He felt all of this already. And it's a lot of kids that don't know this. Like they don't know that when their parents go, or they don't even feel it, that if their parents was to die today, is their parents going to heaven? Like if you died today and you a parent and do you know that you, if you going to heaven or not? Do you feel that the Lord will allow you into heaven? My children already know that. And so it felt so good when my son said, "Mom, you're going to be looking down on us, and I know you're going to be watching over us, and you're going to be all in our business, and you're going to be telling us, that's not what you do." And and he right. But what made me feel good overall was that he knew that his mom is going to heaven. It's going to be in it. Like he already knew this. And a lot of kids don't. You know, they say so many things, they fuss, they get mad, and they don't even know themselves if they going to heaven. They don't know. They don't know. They don't understand. My son told me tonight, this evening, he said, "Mom, I don't even know how to pray." I said, "What you mean you don't know how to pray?" He said, "I talk to God every day. I talk to God all the time." He say, "And I don't ask him for anything." And I said, "Well, why don't you ask him for anything?" Because God is a giving God. He said, "I just ask him to lead me the way." And I said, "But when you ask him to lead you the way, how is he going to know where to lead you to if you don't ask him for something, if you don't tell him, if you don't let him know?" Please thumbs up this video. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe this morning. And he says, "I never thought about it that way." So I explained it to him. I said, "Let me explain it to you." I said, "You see that house across the street? Because my driveway is facing the house across the street, right?" I said, I said, and I turned him toward the house across the street. And I said, "So if you ask God to lead you the way or lead you in the right direction," I said, "the right direction will probably be left or right." I said, "It wouldn't be straight, because if he led you straight and you keep walking straight or you keep driving straight, you're going to go straight into the house across the street." I said, "But if he tell you go this way or go that way, then he's leading you in a direction that you can keep going. But if you keep going, you still gonna walk into something. So if you don't ask him where to lead you to, how is he gonna know?" My son was like, "Oh, I get it. He got it." Hey, Mrs. M, aka the queen before you. I saw you are live. Just wanted to stop by and say, hey, before I go to sleep, have a good night and good slash morning. Thank you. I just wanted to I ain't gonna be on here that long. I just got on here because my phone went dead when I was in the car with you guys and everybody, and my phone went dead when I was with my children. So after the kids put the groceries and everything, they were in the house putting the groceries, everything up. Me and my son, Poppy, was in the driveway talking, and baby, we talked until 2 something in the morning. And he literally just a few minutes ago, and he's like, "Mom, I got to get up in a couple of hours." But this was a great conversation. Like the conversation was so good and it was so deep. And we talked about I just love my kids. Like when I say I love them with my last breath, I love them I could not ask for anything else. I told my son today, I said, "You know what I like about you." I said, "You know what I love about you." He said, "What, Mom?" I said, "Everything." Have you ever just said that to your child? Have you ever just talked to your children and your babies, and or they coming in and they just sit there and you said to them, "You know what I love about you." And they say, "No, Mom." Tell them everything. Just let them hear that. Let them see that's the kind of stuff I do with my kids. Cause I can't afford Jordans. I can't afford all kind of materialistic stuff. I can't afford expensive game system and expensive clothes and everything. But one thing I can afford that don't cost me nothing is my heart, is my love. You know what I'm saying? It's my soul. It's my peace of mind. I can give my kids all of that, all of that. So every chance I get, I let them know I love them in so many different ways. I'm telling you, watch the look. Do this experience. Do this tomorrow. Watch the look on their face if you say to your child, your son or your daughter, you know what it is I love about you? And they say, what, mom? Everything. Your kid is not going to even know what happened. They not going to even know what hit them. You know why? Because they not going to be expecting that. I wish I could have taped it. I wish y'all could have saw the look on my son's face when I told him that. He was blushing. He didn't know what to say. You know why? Because it caught him off guard. See, he thought I was probably going to say, your hair, your eyes, your nose, some how you dress, how you speak. But when I told him everything, honey, that's a mother's love. Y'all don't know a mother's love like I know a mother's love. And another thing today, when we was practicing Spanish and we was practicing sign language, do you know that made Angel's day? Angel was so happy about my son even said, Mom, Angel was in a good mood today because she was just talking about school and she was talking about she told him she got a Spanish test tomorrow and she was so excited. I told him she was teaching us. She was teaching the queendom Spanish and we was learning sign language and that is a mother's love. Y'all be thinking it has to do with money. Y'all be thinking that it has to do with materialistic stuff. Y'all be thinking it's got to do with this YouTube crap. Let me tell you something. Genuine love, genuine support. Life is too short to be on here with this mess and this garbage and to keep going back and forth for no reason with somebody that you probably ain't gonna never meet, with somebody that you probably ain't gonna never. They don't know what you live off camera, and you don't know what their life is like off camera. Focus on you. Focus on your family. Because the one thing they hate, honey, y'all go back and look at that video. Go back and look at the video when I was shopping. What did I title it? I think I titled it, picking up a few things or shopping for a few things for my trip or something, or shopping for my trip. That was the time. Go watch that video and you would see the comments. You would see how people enjoyed me just shopping with my kids, me just picking up a few things for my children. My children just loving up on me and we just having fun and there was no drama, there was no mess. See, the haters, hey, we had some trolls, we had a few trolls that come in, but you know why the trolls come in? Because anytime you control a person, a mother that is just spending time with her children, just shopping for things that her children need, just feeding her kids, and you can troll on that, something is seriously wrong with you. Something is seriously wrong with you. Life is too short for all the mess, for all the discernment, for all of the garbage, for all of the fussing and the fighting. Life is too short. You can spend that. Time is valuable. Did you not know that? Do you not know how valuable time? Let me tell you something. If you can take time and bottle it up, you would be the richest person in the world. You would be the rich in the universe. Did you hear what I said? If you don't know what's the most valuable thing in the world, it is time. You know why it's time? Because you can't get that back. You can't get that. I can't get 20 years back. I can't get 10 years back. I can't get an hour back. I can't get the last minute, the last second. I can't get that back. Time is so valuable because you cannot get it back. If there was a way that we can turn back time, honey, that person would be rich beyond riches. So you need cherish your time. I bet you right now, some of you would give anything to turn back the time to when your mom took care of you or your dad. Turn back the time to when your grandmother was around. Some of you parents, turn back the time to when you held your baby in your arms. Would you not give your right arm for that time? Would you not give the left arm a finger just to turn back a certain place and time in your life? Think about that. Think about that when you're arguing with somebody. Think about that when you're being disrespectful to somebody. Think about how that time wasted could be spent valuable on somebody else. And so I ain't got time to be arguing with nobody and nobody. Honey, I had a glorious time with my children today shopping. And I had an even more glorious time having conversation for hours with my son. I ain't think about going back on YouTube. Please. I ain't think about going back on no YouTube. I ain't think about, oh, I got to go hurry up and plug my phone up. Oh, I got, because they probably wondering what happened. No, my valuable time was spent with my children. And then I said, let me go put my pajamas on. Y'all see, I got my gown on. Let me plug my phone in. I got my phone plugged in, and I'm sitting here watching Ratatouille. My baby then fell off to sleep, and I said, I think I'll go live. I was scrolling through the YouTube neighborhoods and the youth and getting hit by cars and freeways and tank trucks and all this kind of stuff because that's the mess that was going on. That was all the mess that was going on. Honey, you got boulders that they throwing all across back. When Fat Babe say this sector is ruthless, please. Some of these people, King Jive don't know what he jumped into, honey, when he jumped into this pond. When he jumped into, I suggest you, brother man, button up your lip and keep it moving. Go back over there on your side and do something different. Cause this sector over here, if you ain't worried about it, is ruthless. It is ruthless. And some people, they say they got time. Some people, their time is valuable. They say, shit, I got time for the shits today. I got time for the mess and the fucks and all that stuff today. Me? Mm-mm. Hey, T Love. Hey, babe, peace and love. Yes, because we need that. We need peace and love on these streets. I'm tired. I've been tired. I'm past tired of just all the messiness, all of the fighting and bickering and back and I love when I can go over to somebody's platform and they channel and they laughing and they joking and and it's a few little giggles and gags. That's what I like. The GG. I like the giggles and gags. I don't like the roasting and dragging. I don't like the roast and joy. Give me a little giggle and a little gag. That's enough for me. That's something I can give a little bit of my time. I can't give a little bit of my time to these folks out here dragging people and degrading people. Life is too short, too much going on. We are on borrowed time. Do y'all not understand that? Do you not look at the floods? Look at the fires. Look at the earthquakes. Pay attention. You bet I told y'all I live by the 3 L's. Look, listen, and learn. Some of y'all ain't looking. And some of y'all ain't learning shit. And some of y'all damn sure don't never listen to nothing. That is why everything is falling apart for you. Everything is falling apart. What's going on? You don't be on here like this. Girl, honey, the best of everything. I just had a great conversation with my son when we talked about so much. And I realized as I was talking to him, I always regret it, and I still regret, and I keep saying this, that the time that I didn't give for my sister. and I can't give that back. I spoke to my sister 3 days before she died. 3 days before she was murdered by two individuals, and I could never get that time back. And I rushed her off the phone. I rushed her off the phone. I was like, oh, she don't want nothing. She want the same thing as she want on. And I rushed her, and I can't get that back. And speaking and talking to my son, and we're just talking about everything. We talking about time and relationships and motherships and sonships and daughterships and friendships, and we just talking about everything. And I'm just realizing that life is too short, and as we get older, especially up us that's 50 plus, us that 50 plus, we are on time, borrowed time. And you're in the younger generation, the 20 something, the 30 something, they think they got forever. They think they got forever, and they don't understand that it ain't no such thing as forever, because there are parents that's burying their children, and that ain't never supposed to happen. There, did you hear what I said? There are parents that are burying their children, and that's never supposed to happen. And you still got grown people on here dragging babies, talking about babies, talking about other people that they know nothing of. They know nothing about, like you said, to they don't understand. They don't understand. And so, you know me, I just let God speak through me. I just let the Lord speak through me. And I just felt that somebody needed this or may need this. And I decided to go live because the conversation that I had with my son was very deep. The time that I spent with my children was so amazing. Just shopping. Do you understand? Just little things. I come through the door, my other baby up. He said, "Ma, you want to watch Ratatouille?" I said, "Sure." Just watching a movie with your child, that that is time well spent. That's time well spent. You know why? Because when you leave here, they gonna remember that. I was bringing, you know, my son told me, he says, "Mom, I know you didn't have money for a lot of things. I know you couldn't buy us a lot of stuff that we wanted. I know you couldn't give us all the things that you wanted to give." He said, "But you know what I liked more than anything?" I said, "What?" He said, "I liked when we had the candles lit. I liked when we watched movies late at night. I liked, you know what we used to do with my minivan? I had a Mercury Villager, honey, top of the line. It had TVs in it and everything. And we would park it because in my backyard that I lived at the time, the driveway would go all the way through the back. So we would park the Mercury Villager in the backyard. We would have the fire pit lit for the kids, and we would sit in the van and watch movies. And the kids would say, "Can we sleep out here?" We used to have sleep outs in the backyard. No money in the. Do you know that's what my son remembered? That's what he remembered. That was what was important to him. He said, "Ma, I loved when we would be in the backyard in the fire pits, and you would, and we would watch movies." And I said, "You remember that stuff?" Yep. It wasn't the Christmas gifts under the tree. It wasn't the toys. It wasn't the expensive gym shoes that he got every now and then. It was that family time. It was that family time that was special to him. You understand me? That's time you can't buy. That's time you can't replace. That's valuable time. And it felt good that I'm getting older and he's remembering and he appreciate that time stuff that was important to him. And he has friends that gets everything that they want. And he says, "Mom, you know what?" He says, "I love you. You always said you made us feel loved. My friends and them never had that. They had parents that bought, right? And guess what's going on? The parents' house is going into foreclosure. She lost her business. All kind of stuff is going. Everything that she, and you know what's going. And the children turned against her. You know why? Because they was raised and brought up off of all of this stuff. Is your birthday coming in? No, Tila, my birthday not till next year. My birthday is in April. April 22nd. My daughter's birthday is coming up. Oh, I love this. Making memories is the most important thing, ain't it, Kay? Making memories, memories that your children will cherish a lifetime. That means more to me than anything in the world. Honey, memories that they will keep, that they tell you he ain't remember none of the shit that I bought him. See, that's what happens with these parents that buy their kids all these expensive stuff, these expensive iPhones, because this is what's going on in today's world. Expensive going to get the little girl's nails did, buying expensive purses and shoes and going to give. They don't remember that stuff. They want to remember. Give them something to cherish. See, I never had a lot of money. So I would have to do things with my children that showed them I loved and care about them. So I would barbecue. I would make their favorite food. What you want to eat? And they would say, Mom, make your potato salad. And I would make ooh, honey, my potato salad make you want to smack your mama. And I would make my famous potato salad. And they would say, ooh, Mom, I like that when you barbecue that tilapia. And I would put the tilapia on the grill and maybe put some steaks on there and maybe put some. This is things that I did from the heart. Yes, the best thing. Ooh, Kay, say it again. The best things in life are free, are really free. You don't have to spend. It's your time. Honey, we used to make birthday cards in my house. You know how they go out and they go back cards and stuff? Mm-mm. We make, honey, we got the drawing paper. We got the markers and stuff out. And the other kids will say, what y'all doing? We making Christian's birthday card or Tracy's birthday card or whoever birthday it was. We would do all kind of stuff. I go tell them, Mom, the kids knew automatically. Mom, you want us to go ask Christian what he want for his birthday dinner? Yep. That was things that they remember. Me making birthday dinners. Let me tell you something. And y'all know me, ain't no shame in my game, honey. The struggle has been real in my life. And there was times that our lights was off. There was times that we didn't have lights because I couldn't afford the light bill, the gas bill, the water bill, and the rent. So I've went through those days, and but we made it work. And my son said, Mom, he said, do you know I loved it when our lights was off? And I said, well, what was it that you loved about tonight? He said this to me. I said, you kids shouldn't be allowed to buy cards until they're at least 12. I agree. 13, honey. 13. Let them be teenagers. Let them get to a teenager. You know? And I said to my son, well, why did you like that? He said, Mom, because it forced the family to be together. We were together. He said we told stories. We would sit together in the dark or with the candle lit, and we would tell all kind of stories. We got together and we had the fire pit going. He said, Mom, we talked. We had conversation. I said, yeah, we did. We did. We had a lot of great conversations and stuff. And then even after we got the lights back on, we still went out in our backyard and did our family thing. And that's what he remembered. That's what it is that he remembered. He said, Mom, I love you so much. Man, I'm looking up at my son because he like it's almost 6'4". And I'm looking up at him and I'm like, he's like, Mom, lady, I love you today. Do if you don't know the strong relationship that a mother and a child has, especially a mother and her son, you ain't gonna even understand what I'm saying. You ain't gonna even understand what I'm saying when you look into your child's eyes and they say to you, lady, I love you to life. I love you. Man, lovely, lovely conversation with your son. Yes. And it let me know that I did a good job. And you know what I told him? Let me tell y'all this. I got 9 kids, right? And already, okay, six. I have five have graduated. Couple went on to college. They all have high school diplomas. My sixth one is graduating out of high school right now, right? That's gonna leave me with three more. Okay, so the sixth that's the sixth one that's graduating out of high school, which is Ben, the twins who are 13 are going to be going into high school, right? So my son say, "Mom, you got three graduating at the same time?" I said, "Yeah, I got three. I got one going into high school, two going into high school, and one coming out. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but as I'm gonna make it where." He says, "Mom, you did such a good job." He said, "Mom, all of us is going to have high school diplomas." Did you hear what I said? Not GEDs, not GEDs, not alternate high school diplomas. When you are a parent and you have the amount of children that I have, you are blessed if you get one, maybe two to graduate with a high school diploma. You done something right. Do you understand me? If you can get one, especially when you have 5 boys and 4 girls. 5 boys and 4 girls. If you can get one to graduate out of high school, you have done your job. Guess how many I've done? 6. Do you understand me? My son already got his credits and stuff, so he's going to be the sixth one. Did. I have 4 daughters. You hear me? 4. They range in age from 30 down to 12. None of them have children. None of them have. They didn't have a bunch of babies. They didn't have babies at young ages. Are you getting what I'm saying? I was the best mother that I knew how to be. And at the end of the day, all I can do is tell them children I love them. And I love them every day. And I'm going to be here for them every day. My son said, you know what he said to me in that driveway? He said, "Mom, out of the 9 kids, one of us going to make it." He said, "One of us gonna be rich, and lady, we gonna take care of you. We gonna take care. You ain't gonna have to want for nothing, honey." I told the joke about when I told my daughter, I said, "Mama got to get money to get such a." I don't know what it was that I wanted or needed or something. Love this. Thank you, Kay. My parents raised 5. Wow, I have so much admiration for women who raises large families. Thank you. My daughter, I think I said I wanted a car or I needed to go to, work for a car. But I said I was making a joke, right? And I said I'm gonna have to go swing around the pole so I can get what I need because mama is short on money. So my crazy daughter Cece said, lady, mom, we gonna take care of you." She said, "Let me do the pole swinging. I'ma go swing on the pole and come and bring them out." It was so funny the way she said it because as a mother, some of us moms would do anything for our children. Anything. Do you understand me? When I say anything, honey, you will swing a pole, you will walk a corner, you will bend over, you will do whatever it's needed to make sure that that's what a real mother would do. But for your daughter to say, "Ma, you leave the pole swinging to me. You ain't got to do that." It's love. And I'm not saying, I'm like, "Girl, please, is you crazy?" You know, but just the fact that she's like, "I want to take care of my mom in any way possible. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to take care of my mom." That shows is something special about you when your child, your son or daughter is willing to do it. They don't want you to go out there and do something illegal. They saying, "I do. I'm going to do it, lady, to take care of you. You sit your old butt down somewhere." See, people don't think about this. They don't think about the lives and the effect of things that they have on their children. They don't. My 22-year-old does makeup and she graduated high school. My 19-year-old is playing ball in Europe. Amen. Won't he do it? Won't he do it, T Love? Yes, Kay. That's one awesome, amazing. Because we're losing so many of our children in the system. We're losing so many of our children to this evil world. My son says, he said, "Ma, I hate how it is today." He said, "I hate that my little brothers and sisters got to grow up in this world today." He said, "Because back even when he 22, he said, we was afraid to do anything. We knew what was up. You made it happen. And we still had to take care of our brothers and sisters." He even knew. He says, "Mom, these kids now getting mad at they taking you have children. You have children that are taking over the household by threatening their parents." Do you get that? You got children that are running their household because they're telling their parents, "I'll call the police on you. I'll call DCFS on you." Yeah, oh yes. Oh yes. Because nowadays, today, the law don't let you chastise your children. The law don't let you protect your children. We can't do that. If your kid run away, you gotta call the police. If your child, if let me tell you something. My son's 17 right now, right? It is what, 3 o'clock in the morning? What time is it? 3 o'clock in the morning, right? If my son got up right now, my 17-year-old got up right now and say, "I'm going out with my friend," and I tell him, "No, you ain't. It's 3 something in the morning. Take your ass back to bed." If he said, "I'm going out with my friend," and ain't nothing you can do about it, there would be nothing that I can do about it. You know why? Because in today's stage, if I was to put my hand on him, I'm going straight to jail. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. You know what the police gonna say? "Well, you shouldn't have hit him." You can't make him stay if he don't want to stay. But then, if I call the police or say, "Well, he's leaving and he's a minor and he's leaving at 3 in the morning," what is it I'm supposed to do? You can't protect. Do you know back in the day, my oldest is 32 years old. If he told me I'm leaving at 3 in the morning and ain't nothing you could do about it, I could knock him on his goddamn ass and say, "Take your ass back to sleep," and not have to worry about the cops. Because he could say, "I'm going to call the cops all day long," and I could say, "I dare you. Go try and see what." My son said, my 22-year-old said, "Mom, talking about calling the cops, talking about calling children's services, we was too damn scared. We was too damn scared." He said, "Mom, this system today and how things are today." And he said the sad part about it, he said, "I can talk to my little brother. I could talk to my sisters in them." But he said, they got to experience the world for themselves. And I said, "You know what? You right. You right." They have to understand that there's no place like home. Did you hear what I said? You all have to let these teenagers today know there's no place like home. Honey, let me tell you something. When my other one was acting a fool, I told her, "Let me open the door for you. Let me open the door let me help you out. Let me help you, because I'm not gonna go through it. I'm not gonna do it." These children today are running. Yeah, you be sitting behind bars. Good morning, Queen and family. Just getting off work. Hey, Tropical Punch, love. And that's the thing, T Love. You sit there and you say, like you said, I used to say that too. I'll be behind bars. But you know what? I can't be behind no damn bars for one when I got three more. You see what I'm saying? When I can't be behind bars for one that want to go out here and pretend to be grown when I got three more minors that I got to take care of. So the easiest thing for me to do is let them go. I tell everybody, "Girl, why you say?" My girlfriend right now going through some stuff with one of her with her daughter. She going through some stuff right now with her daughter, and she said to me, she says, "Gina, what did you do? How did you handle?" I said, "Girl, let her ass go. Open the door." I said, and let her ass go, but tell her you won't be leaving with the shit I bought you. You won't be leaving with the stuff that I put on your back. You won't be leaving with, ain't no such thing as man, where this is mine and I work. No, you leaving with nothing, because the real world is going to show you there is no place like home. You have to show your kids this. Kay said, I probably only got 5 whoopings in my life, but I was certain my daddy would kill me if I did certain things. Yes. Yes. Let me tell you something. My mother would give you a look. Let me tell you. And I told y'all, my mother is deaf. Do you hear me? My mom is deaf. She read lips, okay? She sign language. And when she feel like wearing her little bitty hearing aids now, she still don't wear them. But if she feel like wearing her hearing aids, she may wear her hearing aids. But when that woman would give you a look, please, you already knew that you better jump to it. You better jump to, ain't no taking your time. You better jump to it. Because the next thing was a extension cord. And back in the day, honey, when we got whooped, you didn't go to school telling the teacher your mama whooped you with a extension cord, or your daddy or your grandma made you go out there and get a switch off the tree. You was trying to cover that stuff up. You was wearing long sleeve shirts, and you was wearing long shorts and stuff up under your stuff because they didn't play. Yeah, T Love, time is ticking. Hey Camille, hey boo. This was me. That was me. I never got too many whoopings because my dad didn't play. Yep. See, back then, a lot of us didn't get whoopings. Too many. And let me tell you something. I was a good kid. I was a great kid. I was the kid that my friends' parents would call my mom and say, "Can Jean come over here and sit with the kids?" And they was my age. I was a good, but that was because my mother did not play. Did you? Do you hear me? My mother came and woke you up out your sleep if it was a fork in a sink. If I told y'all my mom she was a drill sergeant, honey. You would have thought my mom was in the Army or the Navy or something. When she closed down her kitchen at 7 p.m., look like you want to go in there. She would, if she did get up or see a light, because she couldn't hear. So if she saw a light on, she would say, because we had to get hip. I had to get hip to it. Because I would be like, how the hell she know I was in the kitchen? Duh. She would see the light. So she would be like, what you doing in my kitchen? Why you in there in my kitchen? And I'm like, and we would I'm getting a drink of water. Okay, but if you got a drink of water, made a sandwich or whatever, and that kitchen wasn't clean up, she was waking your ass up. So we had to get smart. Okay, when you go in the kitchen, if you wanted to sneak a snack, if you went in the kitchen and you wanted to get something to drink, don't turn the light on. And hurry up and get what you gonna get out the fridge, because the fridge got the light in it, and close it up. Because if my mother couldn't see you, she didn't know what because she couldn't hear. You see, I was sneaking out the house. We was doing all because she couldn't hear when you walked out. I was we didn't have to sneak out the window. You know how some kids sneak out they window. We didn't have to sneak out the window. I could just go out the front door or whatever, come in once she was asleep because she couldn't hear. But it's just not, times have changed. Times have changed. Tropical Punch, 5 kids, all have college degrees and all have masters or JD's law school. There you go. They sacrificed everything for us. We better act right. I know that's right, Kay. I know that's right. At T Love, people better wake up. It's praying time, not playing time. It's real out here. Say it, Tropical Punch. Hey, ATL, man, the end is near. They sitting up here playing games. They sitting up here acting a fool on these YouTube streets. Don't nobody want to help nobody and support. Do y'all see all these movies like The Walking Dead? Do y'all see? And I ain't talking about zombies, but I'm talking about like the apocalypse and stuff. Do you see? We running out of food. We running out of shelter. Things are, because everything is tainted and everything. Do they not understand that if we don't pull together and take care of what we got, we about to lose everything? We about to lose it. We're gonna need each other so that we can plant. We're gonna need each other so that we can feed our families as a whole. We're gonna need each other because they trying to enslave us. Do you not? Anytime you have a government that is taking children, and see, I wasn't even gonna go through this, but somebody need to hear it. When do you have a government that is taking children away from their parents and putting them in cage? In 2019, you tell me we ain't going back to slavery. You tell me. Thank you, Kay. The devil's greatest triumph is destroying families. Exactly. Do you know the reason why they pulled the man out of the household? You know the reason why the government, now, I'm talking about the government don't want man in the household to control him, to control the household. They love it that you got single minority women in the household trying to raise men. We didn't have that back in the day. We didn't ask them to take us off our plantation. We was growing our own food, okay? The man was in the household protecting his family. Do you know what I told my son today? I said, you not a man if you don't take care of your household. You not a man if you don't protect and feed your wife and your children. Are you understanding what I'm saying? I told this to my son today. I said, your wife ain't never supposed to run your kingdom. The wife is you is supposed to take control. She's supposed to be your queen. She's supposed to be by your side to keep you covered. She's supposed to be by your side to keep others in order. Do y'all understand? I told him, I said, if you look up your history and if you look, I said, why you think these Indians and everybody, they take on more than one wives back in Africa? You take on as many wives as you want as long as you can take care of them. Can you take care of those houses? Can you take care of all those children? Be a man, be a king. If you a king and you only can have one queen because that's all you can afford to take care of, then that's what you do. That's what you do. But if you can't provide for her, and she providing and she doing all of the things that the man posted, I told him it would never work between me and your stepdad. It wasn't, because I was the one in charge. A man ain't supposed to never tell his friends and family, she the boss. She the boss. Nigga, step the fuck up. Step the fuck up. That is not supposed to happen. Thank you, Camille. She said, you better say it, Miss Gina. Morning chat modsman. Thank you, Yvette. I know divorce is necessary sometimes, but divorce can co-parent and both still must raise their children. And that's true. You can co-parent and you can, and two consenting adults can raise a co-parent and raise good children if they both on the same page. Yes, children are our future, and we gotta understand that. But if both parents is not on the same page, and you got the wife, see, this is why women think. I'm getting into a territory I didn't even know I was gonna go in. That people, some folks ain't gonna like this. This is why women think they don't need a man. This is why women think they can do everything a man can do. I don't give a damn what nobody can say. We can't. We can't. I don't give a damn what the world told you. I don't give a damn what you thought. I don't give a damn what you saw on TV. We cannot do everything a man can do. And a man can't do everything that a woman can do. We are supposed to know our place. We are supposed to know our place. Y'all new age people sitting, I don't need no man. I can do it for myself. I can take care. That's not how it was equipped, baby. That's not how it's supposed to be. That's not how it was. It was supposed to be that you are the word. You're supposed to cohabitate. A woman is see. I don't get mad when they say you got 9 kids and this and that, because that was what I was supposed to do. What the fuck did you think I was supposed to do? I'm supposed to have babies. That's what you're supposed to have as many babies as you can have. Who the hell came up with birth control? Who came up with that shit? Do you know who came up with that? Because it wasn't us. It wasn't us. If you go back in your history, if you go back, this is why your great grandmamas and them had 13 kids. This is why, and they was all by the same man. Do you understand me? They were all by, because that's how it was supposed to be. That's how it was. Yes, I have 9 kids. I'm not ashamed. And 4 baby daddies. That's not how it's supposed to be. Yeah, I'm supposed to bust them out. You're supposed to have as many as you can have. But it was meant for the man to take charge. And if you have 1 or 100, if you have 1 or 100, as long as he can provide for them, that's how it's supposed to be. The work is always on the mother. She do it all and be tired. That's why the ladies be so, yeah, yeah. Birth control, yep, and still get pregnant. Exactly, Yvette. Cause you know why? Cause that ain't what it's supposed to be. That's not what it's supposed to be. Men are supposed to be able to see danger before it approaches. Ooh, say it again, yeah. We talking this morning. Men are protectors and providers. Exactly. But who doing the protecting and providing now? Men is bitches now. Men acting like the women and the women acting like the men. Did you hear what I said? Men are acting like the woman, and women is acting like the men. The women is taking control. The women, yes, God put women here to reproduce. That's all we supposed to do. We are supposed to reproduce and take care of the home. The man, like you said, is supposed to take charge. They supposed to provide. But you got these women that want to be, and I'm not getting into the to the gay and the transgender, and I'm not getting into all of that stuff. I'm saying I'm talking about the traditional home that where men want to be men that are already in a home with their wife or their girlfriend and their children, but they cannot be the men that they want to be because the woman they are with is trying to be the man, is trying to wear the pants in the household. She won't let him take control. She won't let him be the head of the household. She's sitting at the goddamn head of the table. Why she sitting at the head of the table? Do you know when I was with my husband, I used to have to tell him, baby, you supposed to sit here. And I was sitting at the head of the table when that's where he was supposed to do. When people would come over, things needed to be fixed and done. He would tell everybody, that's the boss right there. Ask them, I'm sitting around like, what the fuck? Like, this, you supposed to be the man. You supposed to take charge. You supposed to do this and that. That's the reason why I told my son tonight that marriage, it was never going to work because he's not the king of his castle. If it was meant to be, men would be able to have babies. Go ahead on, Camille. Say it again. Yeah. They don't understand. They don't understand. Straight B's, Miss Gina. Yep, and I hate it. My daddy never gossiped. He was busy providing. That's what I'm talking about. Camille, let me tell you something. Girl, we about to talk, girl. My father, God bless your soul. Your son is married. He was with his girlfriend for a long time, but they broke up. So he's single now. But we just happened to have this conversation, and I wanted him to know that in the next relationship that he gets in, be a man. Take control. Don't never let no woman control your household, y'all household. You take control. My father, and I'm not gonna lie, I love that man dearly. Father, oh daddy, I miss you. I can't wait to see you again. But I love that man to death. When I say my father was a strong Puerto Rican man, do you understand me? Strong Puerto Rican king, honey. My father took control of the household. My mama, even when days he missed work, because he came in with some money. Do you understand me? He came in with some money. He came in telling my mother, asking my mother, what's for dinner? What I got, my mama would say, this bill need to be paid, that bill need to be paid. Here you go. Here you go. My father took charge and was not, when my mother and them would be in that gospel, he said, "Oh, y'all gossiping again." He never got into that. When my mother would get into it with her friends or whoever, whatever else, my father just would say, "Don't be talking all that mess around my children. Don't bring that mess home. Don't bring that to the dinner table." He never got in women's shit because men, kings, don't get in women's stuff. They let them women handle women's. Now, if somebody's man or father come in, ooh, my hand itching. God sending me something. If somebody, son or boyfriend or something got it, then my father got in there and say, "What is there a problem? Is there a problem? Well, your wife did it." My father said, "Ain't that men? Ain't that women shit? Wasn't them women talking about that? What you got to do with this?" That's the type of man my father was. He didn't play about that. He didn't play about and strong, honey. If you know how Hispanic men are, boy, they take charge. They don't play. My father didn't play. I love work. I could never not work, but I know I was born to nurture and care for my family. Amen. T Love said, "Oh, Miss Gina, you need the Bible while watching this video." Oh, uh-oh. What's the video about, T Love? K Love said, "Oh Lord, the Puerto Ricans take a dominant role naturally, don't they?" That's how my dad naturally. I wished I knew my father. Oh, Yvette. That's how my father is. T Love, that's how your father is. Yeah. Yvette, you ain't the only one, my son who I was talking to, he grew up without his father. His father was dominant like that. His father is from Pakistan, and they the same way. They like Puerto Ricans. They dominant. They want to take over everything. And my son's father figured if he couldn't have me anymore, he didn't want him. Ooh, honey, my hand itching. Come on, Lord Jesus, with that blessing. Come on, Father God, with that blessing. Come on, it's coming, y'all. It's a blessing coming from somewhere because the hands is itching. Woo, it's itching bad. Come on, Father God, so I can bless some people tomorrow. Come on, you bless me, whatever blessing coming. Woo, honey. We gonna be having a major cash out party, honey. If that big blessing coming through, that's how my father is. The so-called UFOs, destiny name of the video. I got okay. You say I'm gonna need the Bible when I check that out. My father passed when I was 1 years old. That's why. Oh, Yvette, I'm sorry. My father passed away when I was 12. So I get it. My father passed away when I was 12. Camille said, "I have to remind my grown daughters to stay in a queen's place and stop trying to raise a grown man. It's too late. Their mama already did her job." Ooh, Camille, say it again. Say it again. Yes. And my son keeps saying, even when we was out, he said, "Ma, I know you didn't raise me. You didn't raise me like that. You didn't, you raised me to always be respectful." Y'all saw, if you go back and look at that video when I was shopping, and you will hear me talking to Poppy. My son, his name is Christian, but I call him Poppy. And as I was talking to Poppy, you would hear him on the video saying, "Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. You right, ma'am." I did that without a man being in the house. You understand what I'm saying? I did that without a man. And don't let nobody tell you that no single woman can't raise no man. I can't show him to how to be a man, but I can give him the tools. I can give him the tools and point the right. Honey, all you need is the Lord. All you need is the Lord and the right thing, honey. And you say a financial blessing is come. Ooh, T Love, honey, God, when it come, because when I say it's itching right up in here, ooh, it's itching so bad. And whenever it comes, honey, I'm sharing it. I'm sharing it. You look, y'all gonna be wondering why Miss Gina having I'ma have two cash out parties. I'ma have one just for my moderators, and I'ma have another one for the queendom. I'm telling you. I have to remind my grown daughters to stay in. Oh, I read that one, Camille. Yeah, and we have to tell them. We have to let them know. I tell my girls all the time when they come and they tell me about their boyfriends and they didn't do this, and I say, "Why you with a fool that can't provide for you? Why you with somebody that ain't respecting you? You are a queen. You come from a queen. You should be that he should be wanting to take care of you and provide for you. My daughter Cece just said, "Ma, you is so right." She says, "Ma, that's why if they ain't doing what they supposed to do, I can't talk to them. If they ain't giving me everything that I desire, I can't mess with them." Parents have to make their boys take the trash out, wash the cars, cut the grass, water the grass, shovel the snow, etc. Men have to learn how to use their hands at a young. Ooh, say it again, Kay. Say it again, Kay. Let me tell you something. My son, you know what my son did before I left? He took my garbage out to the curb. He says, "Ma, everybody garbage is out there. Why yours ain't it?" I said, "Oh, Benj went upstairs and forgot to take it out." He just grabbed it and took it out to the curb. Like you said, that's a man. Anything that I need, I could call my son. That's why I'm still single. Everybody keep asking me, Miss Jen, why are you still single? Because I am Pacific in the king that I want in my queendom. You understand? Do I need to say that again for the people in the clouds and in the background that didn't hear me? I'm still single because I'm specific in what I want, what king I want to bring to my queendom. Because everything else, I can just have my son do it. I can have my son take the garbage out. I can have my son screw in a light bulb. I can have my son fix the door. I can have my son unclog the pipes. You understand what I'm saying? I don't need no man to just come up in here and think if I do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, I'm in there. No, I need a king. A king is gonna make sure every part of the queendom is well secured and well taken care of, and then he's going to make sure his queen is provided for. I need someone that is going to love me, and as much as he loved me, he's going to have to love my children because we come as a package. I need a king that's going to support and encourage and love upon my children. I need a king that is going to show them how to be kings and queens. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you I'm specific, y'all. I'm specific. I need a king that's gonna be God fearing. I need a king that's gonna be hard working. I need a king that's gonna be supportive. I need a king that's gonna be encouraging. I need a king that's gonna say, your children ain't gotta worry about no father, cause I'm their father. I need do you understand me? A real man. Honey, the Lord say, be specific in what you want. I had to tell my son that tonight. He says, "Mom, I just asked the Lord to lead me the right way and stuff, but I don't ask him for nothing." And why don't you? Why don't you ask the Lord for nothing? Because how is he going to lead you into the right way if you ain't specific in what you asking for? If you ain't even telling him why it is you want what you want, why it is that you need what you need. He said, "But I talk to him all the time." I said, "Then you praying to him. You praying to, but be specific in your prayer." I told him, "Don't you know tomorrow, if you want a queen, you can trip over that queen tomorrow. You might trip over her and knock her Starbucks out her hand. And you might say to her, 'Can I buy you another one and replace that? Can I take you out to lunch?' And that's the end of that. That's gonna probably be the wife, the lady that you gonna marry. You don't know that. You don't, but you got to be specific in what I said. When you tell the Lord you want a queen, did you say what type of queen you want? Because he might send you a 300-pound queen, and you may say, "Well, Lord, she nice and everything, and she got a," but I ain't say I wanted her to be 300 pounds. You got to be specific from the color of her eyes to the strand of her hair. You understand me? To the personality that to her spirit, to her teeth, to her ear. Everything about be specific. I told him to the strand on top of her head, all the way down to the toenails on her feet. Do you understand? See, some of y'all don't know. Some of y'all don't know. I ain't talking to y'all this morning. Some of y'all don't know. Thank you, Rule George. How you doing? Gothic Beauty. Hey, love. Okay, the worst thing my brothers could ever hear from my daddy is, "You're sorry. They worked hard, so they never heard it." Wow. Yes, yes, yes. Come on now. Speaking of work, Miss Gina. Yes, you got a man His name is Jesus Christ. Ooh, say it, T Love. Say it again. Yes, I got my man. My Camille said my oldest son told me that most women that he meets wants to take him out to dinner. He said, Mama, I tell them no thanks. I'll take you out. That part. There you go, Camille. There you go. Hey Franco, how you doing, love? You don't know that. Preach on that. Amen. Amen. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I'm telling the truth. I'm just telling. I'm speaking real facts. You have to let the Lord know specifically, and I told my son this tonight. You gotta let him know specifically what it is you want. Everything, everything, how you want her to be from the inside to the outer appearance, to the outside from the inside, because she can be beautiful and gorgeous on the outside, but nasty and evil and dark on the inside. So if you want her that beauty to be on the inside and blossom, you have to be specific in everything that you know that you want. I'm specific about everything that I want in my king. Everything. Lord, how I wish we could reclaim black families. Ooh, say it again, Kate. Say it. Oh my God, I loved how black families was black back in the day. I loved how back in the day when if the husband or the father did cheat or something did, he didn't bring the mess home. He brought his hard day's work home. He brought the effects from his job home, but they didn't bring mess. Let me tell you something. My father was an alcoholic, okay? My father had girlfriends on top of nice looking men, honey. My father was fine. Do you hear me? Fine. And but when he did his stuff, honey, we knew. We would go up to him, and me as the older one, us kids, we don't miss nothing. And in New York, even in Chicago, they sat out on the stoop or they sat on crates and stuff. And my dad used to put his bottle, the 2020, Mad Dog 2020. He used to put his Mad Dog 2020 on the side of the crate. And I would look down there and I would see it, and he would give me 50 cents and he would say, go to the candy lady, take your sisters and them to the candy lady. And he would be sitting back out there on the stoop. Yeah, honey, Kate, the Mad Dog 2020. Yvette say, I hear you, Miss Gina. Lord, how I wish yes, I'm speaking the truth. And he would be out there drinking with his buddies, and in the hot chicks, the thoughts back then. My three children father drank that, yes, and so the girlfriends, the hot chicks would come over past. And let me tell you what my father was. See, I watched everything because I loved that man too. From the hair on his head down to his toes. I loved that man to death. And so I would watch my dad. And when we would go to the candy lane stuff, I would watch how they was going. One thing he never did, I could tell you about Puerto Rican men, they don't disrespect their children. They real men, they don't disrespect their and my father would tell them chicks, get lost. Get lost in a minute. Do you hear me? He would tell me he would try to hide the alcohol. He would try to hide, thank you, Kay. He would try to hide the alcohol. He would tell it, I'll come up in here, I'll say, Dad, Papa, who's that chick? And he would say, oh, that's just a friend, or he'll say that's just somebody's asking for directions. And I would be like, oh, okay. But the whole time while I'm at the candy lady, I'm watching, and he at least had a conversation with that chick for about 5 to 10 minutes. But by the time I'm walking back with my two little sisters from the candy lady, my father done told that chick to get lost. You understand me? To get lost. You ain't gonna, no, you're not gonna talk to me and sit up here and disrespect and have me disrespect my children. He didn't play that. And so even though my mom knew that he was cheating and that he was doing his thing and drinking and stuff, she accepted it even though she was tired of it. And it finally got to the point to where she didn't want to deal with it no more, and she left. Like my mom had went back and forth to New York with my dad shoot, hundreds of times. Uh, she would go back out there, and my mom came from a middle class family. So my mother, her stepdad, was the first black business owner at the Greyhound bus station in downtown Chicago. So if you know anything about the Greyhound bus station in downtown Chicago, they had a cleaners, a shoe shine place, because back in the day they used to shine shoes. They don't do that shit now, but they used to shine shoes and stuff. And then you had all these stores and everything that was in the Greyhound bus station. Well, my mother stepfather was the first black business owner at that Greyhound bus station. So they had a little bit of money. They had the nicest house. They had everything. So my mom's, well, my grandmother and her husband went to New York, put my mother and them in a beautiful apartment and everything, and furnished the apartment. And then they came back to Chicago. My mom stayed out there long enough until my dad got on her got no, she stayed out there long enough to get pregnant again the second time, and then got mad at my dad, and came back to Chicago. Well, she got pregnant and wound up having my sister, my middle sister, was born in Buffalo, New York. And then after she gave birth to her, stayed out there a couple of more years, and then after that she came back to Chicago. What happened? My dad chased her back here to Chicago. Chased her to Chicago, got her pregnant again, and then took her back to New York. No, he never beat her. He never beat her, and he never jumped on. That's the one thing I could say. No, he never beat her and stuff. He loved her beyond belief. He loved her. He loved her, and she loved him, and she, kept coming, going back, and she kept his love, his heart was with her. But men gonna be men. They have to want to not cheat anymore. They have to want to not drink. My father was an alcoholic. You know, my father loved women. So so that's what happened. You only beat the ones you love. Some say that's stupid. If Let me tell you something. A woman beater is gonna beat the woman whether they in love with her or not. And anybody that beats you and I know I'm a victim of abuse. Any man that beats you, and I got my ass beat. Now I got my ass beat. My mother wasn't standing for that, but I did. And I got my nose broken and everything. That wasn't love. That man didn't love me. That man didn't give a damn about me. They say that. They say, I love you. I ain't going to hit you no more. That ain't love. Any person that will put their hand, any man that know he's twice or three times your size, that will put his hands on you, don't love you. Ain't nowhere, nothing near where about that is love. You got some women think that it's love because that's all they know. That's all they used to. When you wind up getting used to something and you think there's nothing else better, you tend to think that's what love is. That's all love is. It's up here. That's what they think. But that's not love. Anybody that's gonna go and put their hands on you, gonna break bones, gonna disrespect you and your children, ain't no love about that. There's nothing about that is love. Nothing about that is love. That's crazy. I keep getting timed out. Why are you getting timed out, Kay? Are you? Message Tila. I don't Why are you getting timed out? I just saw that too. He was a coward at best. Yeah, exactly. That's great. Because T Love, is you in here? It says to, because I didn't. I just read it. I'm going back up. Okay, it says T Love deleted messages. I don't see. Okay, I see it again. T Love, T Love. I don't know why it was timed out. Oh, quite a few people got timed out. Rude George got timed out too. But I see yours the most. That is weird. I have to find out, Kay. I apologize for that. love, because we was having great conversation, and I liked your input on it. But yeah, we gotta do you wish to resume? No. We gotta start, we gotta pull together. We have to pull together. We have to show our future, our future generation, that we can, get along. No, probably. No, Katina, you not timed out. I didn't. Katina said, "Am I timed out?" Nope, I don't see you. I only saw K. I went back up. I only saw K timed out, and I saw uh what was that other person that got Rude George? Rude George got timed out, and that was it. Let me see. Yeah, Rude George and K. Trying to see if I see anybody else. Um, nope, I don't see nobody. It was just two people. Two people got timed out. I don't know why they got timed out. I gotta find out, but I apologize. I think T Love left, so I don't know what happened, but I gotta find. I'll find out um why y'all got timed out. This is a great conversation we having here. We've been on here out. It's already 4 o'clock in the morning. It's already 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh, T Love says she here. T Love, why did them two people get timed out? Kay was timed out. And then Rude George got timed out. Miss Gina, when you became a woman, did you have to forgive your deceased dad all over again for his indiscretions? You know what? Nope, I didn't. Because the last day before the before my father had passed away, I should say the weekend before. Well, it might have been the day before, because I saw him. No, I take that back. I saw him on a Saturday. He came to visit, and my mom let him, wouldn't allow him in the house, so she made him visit us on the front porch, because her boyfriend was over there and she was going bowling. Back in the day, the bowling was the big thing. It was the bowling teams and everything. I didn't time her out. It said you. Something was going on, because it was two people, and it said T Love timed them out. And Kay was like, I keep getting timed out. I'm like, how's you getting timed out? And I went and I scrolled back up and we saw it, but we don't know what happened. So my dad saw us that weekend, and when I went to school that Monday, I found out through my school that my father had passed away over the weekend. But that day on the porch before he passed away, he had said, well, back then I was young and I didn't understand. And he said, I apologize for everything that I've done to your mom. It wasn't her fault. And he said, everything that I've done to you girls. And I didn't understand it at the time, because I was 12 years old. I'm like, Daddy, what you talking about? I didn't understand. I didn't understand he was cheating on my mom. I didn't understand stuff like that. I didn't understand that they were going through an issue. I didn't understand that his drinking was an issue, was a problem, because he was always that cool dad when we was around. But when he said he was sorry for all of that, and I begged him, oh God, y'all can remember this like it was yesterday. I begged him to take me with him. And he said, I'm going to come back and get you. He said, I promise I'm going to come back and get you. And that was the last I ever saw him again. And when I went to school that Monday, they said, Gina, you got to go home. I said, what do you mean I got to go home? I wasn't late. What do you mean I got to go? They say you have to go home and you got to go home now. And I said, what do you mean? And they said, you have to go home. Your mom needs to talk to you. And I wouldn't leave the school. And when I wouldn't leave, that's when the school said, well, something happened with your dad and you need to go home and talk to your mom. So as I'm leaving, my mom, because my mother used to be a cross guard, so my mother is walking down the street coming from her crossing guard post, and she's crying. And I'm like, why is this lady crying? And that's how I found out that my father had died. And he died because he was drinking on a job. And he drove when they be on that little thing to lift the boxes up and stuff, he drove that into a bunch of crates that was filled with whatever they had packed in there. And they all fell on top of him and he died instantly. And that's how he had passed away. Yeah. Forklift. That's it. Thank you, Camille. He drove the forklift into a bunch of crates that I guess was filled with whatever, and because he was drinking on the job and he wasn't paying attention, and all the crates fell on top of him, and that's how. Ooh, y'all, my hand itching, and that's how he passed away. I'm glad he got to make his peace with you girls. He did. I was 12, so that made my sisters much younger. I was 12. My other sister was maybe, she was 11, 10 or 11. And then my baby sister had to be maybe 6 or 7 or something like that. And so they really didn't remember too much. But I never, and let me tell you what happened. Can I tell y'all this? The house that all this happened at the last, I always said when I got old, I wanted to go and buy that house. I wanted that house so bad. But years later, a few years ago, the house caught on fire and they finally wind up tearing the entire house down. But this is what happened. So I told you guys, I share rooms with my sisters, and my mom hearing impaired, so she couldn't hear anything, right? So I'm in my room and I'm asleep, but I hear keys rattling like somebody's coming through the door. I can hear it as bright as day. So I hear the keys rattling. I hear somebody come through the door. I could feel the footsteps and they come into my room, and the person sits on the bed and I'm asleep and I'm like, I didn't know if I was dreaming. To this day right now, I can't tell you if I was dreaming or if it happened for real, but it seemed so real. And it was my father, and he was telling me he was okay, and he was telling me that he was home. I will never ever, Kay, if I'm lying, I'm flying right now. When I tell you, I would never ever forget that. That meant key. I'm hearing the keys. And look, and my mom was a single mom, so she didn't have a boyfriend or nobody that had keys. So it wasn't like a boyfriend came through. No, it was my father opening the door, came right into our room, sat on the edge of my bed, and said to me, Mija, I'm home. I swear to you guys. And I'm sitting up here and I'm like, I was scared to get from, because I used to always, when you sharing rooms with your little sisters, I'm the oldest of three. And so I was always sharing rooms with my sisters, and my two younger ones slept together, and I was in my own bed. So I always slept with the covers and stuff over my head. I was that little girl, you see in the movies with the flashlight up under your covers and stuff, so your sisters and them couldn't see what you was doing and everything. But I was terrified to come from up under that covers. And I felt him. I felt him on sit on the bed, and he said, Mija, I'm home. And said he was okay. I swear I'd never forget that. And I asked my mother that next day, did somebody come home? Did somebody come? She like, what are you talking about? The doors was locked. Ain't nobody came up in here. I'm asking my two sisters, my little sisters, did anybody come in our room last night? They knocked out to me. Girl, ain't nobody came in here. I know what I saw. I know what I heard, and I know what seems real. And I'm going to tell y'all this. That same thing happened to me when my daughter's father passed away. When my daughter's father had died, right before the same thing had happened to me again. He came to me. The only time people when they talk crazy, but I didn't time you. We don't know. We was just sewing, and I went back up because Kay said I got timed out, and I'm like, well, let me go see because I didn't time you out. But maybe it's probably was YouTube or something. Everything been because you know what, T Love, Tracy, Tracy's world. Her statements kept coming in like 10 times. It kept saying what the statement that the post that she posted, it just kept coming in, and she was saying her internet was messed up. So it could just be, I don't know, YouTube or something. It's okay, T Love. Maybe YouTube just malfunctioned. That's what I'm thinking, Kay. Hi, Zero Lightness. That happened to me, Miss Gina, in a dream. Same thing. I woke up and thought he was there. It was so. Thank you, Zero. Oh, lightness. Oh, I'm glad that I'm the only one that ain't experienced this. Katina say I'm buffering. I'm buffering, Katina. I'm telling you, when my daughter's father passed away, okay, the day before he passed away, right? He came, we was together, he was passing out free popsicles to all the kids in our parking lot. Yes, it felt so good because you knew that they were comfortable and they were, good. And he said he wasn't feeling well. He was going to go to the hospital, but he never came back. And I didn't hear from him, and I'm calling and I'm blowing his phone up, and I'm asleep, right? And I don't know why I dreamed this, but before I went to sleep and dreamed, I said, he better not be cheating on me or something. And then it popped into my head, I know he ain't dead. Now, out of all the things I could have thought of, I don't know why that popped up. And then his best friend, his roommate, called me 3 days later and said, Gina, I got some bad news. And then I found out he was dead, but I had already knew. That happened to me when my mama died in January 2004. Wow, Katina. Miss Gina in chat, I'm at work, so I have to go. You guys enjoy. Much respect. Thank you, Camille. Thank you for tuning in this early in the morning. I know I got y'all out here. We've been on here for an hour. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. We've been on here for an hour and 30 minutes. Man, thank you guys so much. I just wanted to share with you guys my conversation and just tell people life is too short. Love your children, love your husband, love your boyfriends, love your friends, love the people that you're with. Stay positive because you just never know. My life has never been the same. I can relate, Katina. Last death I experienced like that, she came to me in a dream, so close that her cheek almost touched my cheek about a week after her death. Yeah. And that's their way of coming to you. Like my sister. I so blamed myself. And do you know, even now, I could be talking to her and I could feel her and I know she around. And I'd be like, Dee Dee, and if something move or something out of the ordinary happen, I'd be like, Dee Dee, you playing with me, right? You doing that. Are you here? Like I know that it's her. I know that it's her. And I think it was her way of letting me know that she forgive me and it wasn't my fault and she didn't want me to feel guilty. But I used to be telling the kids, did you come in my room? They'd be like, no, Mom, we ain't come in your room. I'm like, yes, you did. You sat on my bed. And sorry to ask, was her death tragic? Yep, Kay. She was murdered. My sister was murdered by two individuals. She was beat to death. The worst way that any person could die. She was beat to death. Her head was split open from here all the way up here because they beat her in the head with a lamp. So yeah, she was beat. January 1st of this year was her 1 year and her 1 year anniversary death. The death of her 1 year anniversary, January 1st. Hi, sweet Polly. Miss Gina, oh my goodness, my son's father came to me in dreams after I got the money for his death, but he was so funny. He sat on the couch and said, nice furniture. Wow. Wow, I keep telling y'all, man, people be thinking that it's a joke and you be seeing and making up stuff. Nope. Oh my God, God bless her soul. Yep, okay. I still got the pictures. She is with God now. Yep, she is definitely with God. They beat her brutally. Look, this is what I'm a leasing agent. Okay, that's my job. That's what I do. And leasing agent, we got to go and check apartments. We got to do all this stuff. I never want to go into a unit and see a dead person. I would never experience that, would just mess me up. But the leasing agent, we spoke to her and she said it looked like something out of a horror movie, that my sister's blood was splattered all over that apartment, all over that room. That's something that I never want to experience. Yep. Oh my God, I'm so sorry to hear that. Thank you, Katina. It's just something that you never ever want to experience. And let me tell you something. I My sister was no saint. I'm not saying that she was, that she ever was. She had a drug addiction problem that she was battling for a long time. She had just got out of prison Christmas. So she hadn't been out that long. So count, you do the math from Christmas, which is December 25th, to New Year's, which is when she died. That was all how long she lived from when she got out of prison. And that was supposed to have been a new beginning, because the family and we all were getting together for New Year's. And my son had rented the van. My oldest son had rented the van, everything. The whole family was going to pack up in the van and we was going to drive to Atlanta. And my sister, she was going to cook. She was talking about how much she was going to cook, and she had bought all the food and everything. And that was going to be the day that we started our family over again, and it never happened. It never happened. Yes, she took her life in a hotel room. I loved her. I have been in love with her brother for 15 years. We were supposed to become sisters. Wow, Kay. Wow. I understand. I get, that's why I say, when you've been there and you, oh man, walk into somebody, walk into those shoes, people just don't know. They don't get, like I said, I everybody handles death differently. That I know, but I could tell you this, that hurt never goes away when you lose somebody you love, whether it's to murder or suicide or whatever. I know, because let me tell you, I lost three children. I lost three children. I lost a sister. My kid. When I say this been a rough year for me, it's been a rough year for me. I know y'all remember some months back, I told my kids lost their grandfather. Grandfather got up and went to church, y'all, like it wasn't nothing. Got up on that Sunday and went and praised God. Came home and was speaking and talking to everybody, laughing and joking, and died that night. Do you understand what I'm saying? And died that night. Miss Gina, God bless and keep you. Thank you, Kay. And that's the reason why I just try so hard to keep people together. That's the reason why I share my experiences and stuff. I told my son tonight, I said, if I go to sleep and never wake up tomorrow, you going to know I loved you. You going to know I loved you, and your brothers and your sisters and everybody is going to know that I love them. I told him, that's why I tell you I love you so much. Let me tell you something. When my son, if I don't hear from him anymore, I'm texting him. I'm calling him just to tell him I love you. Mama didn't want none. I just wanted you to know I love you. Okay, ma. I said, I don't give a damn if you get tired of hearing me. I'm going to say it 1,001 times. I'm going to say it 2,001 times. Because guess what? You're going to want to play every single time that I said it when I'm no longer here. Every single time. You gonna look at every video I've made. You gonna listen to every word that I said, because that you can't get back. Time. You can't get time back. You can, if we can get time back, I will go back to that day when my father on that porch. Because that's where it all started. My sister, then my sister still be alive. You get what you do? You understand what I'm saying now about time? If I could get time back, I would go back to the day that I talked to my dad and we was all on that front porch, because then my sister as well would still be alive. Can't get time back. You got to cherish it. These folks on here fighting on YouTube over garbage, over this person said this and that person said that and this come on now. Come on now. It doesn't make any sense. T Love said, as I anoint you, so may God grant you the powerful presence of the Holy Spirit. May God deliver you from all evil, preserve you in all goodness, and bring you to the everlasting life through Jesus. Amen. Oh, I love it. Thank you, T Love. I got to read it again. As I anoint you, so may God grant you the powerful presence of the Holy Spirit. May God deliver you from all evil, preserve you in all goodness, and bring you everlasting life through Jesus. Amen. Thank you. Thank you so much. Amen. Good morning. I am Mr. President Fulton Mraz. I am very, very, very sick today. Well, what's wrong? Why are you sick, Mr. Fulton? And why are you up so early, young man? I pray that you feel better. Yeah, we gotta be there for each other, because it's too much fighting. It's too much evilness going on. And we got too much stuff going down and going on in this world, and ain't nobody trying to help and try to do you know there's children in cages that's not being fed. They not getting to sleep properly. Do you not know there is women and children still in Puerto Rico that still are without lights and don't have a roof over their head? Oh, y'all, my hand is itching. So many people is going through so much stuff. Man, y'all better come on with it and get right. I got some pollen allergies. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Fulton. Them allergies get to me too. My eyes get the watering and my nose get the dripping and everything. So I get it. Them allergies are not good. Don't forget to look at that video. I'm gonna look at the video now. I am. It's what time is it? Oh, it's 4:13 and I've been on here an hour and 30 minutes. So I'm gonna look at it now. I think they come to us to let us know it's okay. And that's all it is, forgiven. I think so too, Kay. I think they want us to know, because the dead, they don't want us to be in sorrow. They do not want us to be in, they do not. Look, let me tell you something. My children that I've lost, and I've lost 3 babies. I've lost 3, have came to me. And so even my baby that I miscarried, and my other one that was stillborn, I even saw them, both babies, laughing and honey, I saw it. I held them. I could tell you, I know what they feel like. I know their colors, everything I could tell you about those kids. And I guess they just wanted me to know that they were in a better place. Yep. Love is without boundaries. Yep. Yep. I have a new video out today too. What's your video about, Mr. Fulton? Thank you, guys. I thank y'all for being up this early in the morning with me. I thank you guys. I appreciate those of you in the chat. I can't believe I got 21 people in here. Hey, Doreen. Good morning, Miss Gina Mods in chat. Just getting up for bathroom. God bless your conversation with kids. It must be moving out, watching 2 to 3 hours. Continue blessings. Mwah. Thank you, love. And don't forget to watch the one with my son when we were shopping and everything too. I love you guys so much. I'm gonna end this video. I'm gonna watch that video that T Love put out. But I love you guys so much. I appreciate you guys being up with me this early, this evening. And you, until my next video, y'all know it ain't never goodbye. It is always, always, always ta-ta for now. And you guys have a great, great night. Don't let nobody rain on your parade. Don't let nobody upset you. Don't let nobody, y'all know how these YouTube people is. Look, just change the station. Go to something else because y'all already know. You already know how folks is. On that note, I love you guys and I'll talk to you later. Mwah.